welcome to my YouTube channel where I share my farming journey with you guys and my small flock.
Hi guys, I've got a few sheep jobs to do this morning. So first up, I am going to go and dag our ram lambs. What's dagging? Well, dagging is where we clip all the muck from the rear ends of the animals so the muck can build up on their tails and just create a bit of a mess for them. So I'm going to pop my oil skins on because it is quite damp still and it'll save me getting soaking wet and covered in muck. So what tool am I going to use? We have got this tool here. We've got the cordless razor. So let me open it up and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is it here. It's got a detachable battery as well. So it's pretty easy to detach. You get two of these in the case, which is handy. I find they last sort of an hour and a half, depending on what you're doing with it. But it gets our jobs done. It's worked great for us. It's just handy to transport to different areas as well. So that is what I'll be using to do the dagging. And also I need an extra pair of hands. Can you call them hands? Come and say hello. So Queen is going to help get them in for me. Aren't you, sweetheart? So we're going to get them in and get them dagged. So come along with us to get the jobs done.
We'll be doing our dagging in our polytunnel today. So our polytunnel looks a little bit like this. I need to sort it out, ready for lambing. But we use this when we need to get any jobs done in this field that we have here, or we use it for lambing time, or we use it for sheltering, or if we've got any sick animals that we need to bring in, we use our polytunnel. So we're going to get our ram lambs into our polytunnel now. This is Winston. He's probably one of the cheekiest ram lambs I have. Beautiful boy, but very cheeky. Hey Queen, away. So as you can see, that ram lamb right there, he's got quite a mucky behind, and some of them have already been dagged and are quite tidy. It's just when I was dagging them, he was fairly clean, but now he needs a little bit of a trim. Steady Queen, steady. Good girl, good girl. Karen doll, which means go back, she's forgot one. Good girl. Steady, steady. So that's the boys into the polytunnel. Good boys. So let's get some dagging jobs done. The ram lambs into two groups, a group that need dagging and a group that don't need any dagging. So let's get on with cleaning these boys up. We need some dagging done. Basically, what happens is they go to the toilet, they can't clean themselves up, and it actually gets stuck to the wool. And then the more it happens, it just builds up, and then it actually starts pulling on the wool, which then pulls on the skin, and it can make them quite sore. And it's just, obviously, it's just not very nice. It's not very hygienic, is it? So let's clean him up. As you can see, he is now a lot cleaner. If we were to leave him like this in the summer, it attracts flies, which then turn into maggots. Obviously in the winter, it can just get really, really cold and really, really sore, and it can build up. So he looks a lot better now, and he is a lot cleaner and happier. Actually going to use my trimming stand to make dagging a little bit easier for me. A little handy hint and tip is I actually place a cloth over their eyes just to keep them nice and calm. This is this boy's first time in this trimming stand because we don't normally trim them, and they're not handled. So if I just do that, he will stand nice and calmly and he can't see what's going on, and it just helps keep the whole situation calm. You can see he is very mucky, so what we're going to do is I've got my tool here. I'm going to trim it down the tail and then around the edge. Hopefully he'll stand still for me, but this just all pulls on the wool and it's just really uncomfortable, so let's clean him up. Steady, steady, good boy, steady on, steady, steady. So it might not be the tidiest of jobs, but as you can see, he certainly is a lot cleaner. Good job. Steady boy. Good boy. This is how we use our trimming stand. So they are secured with a rope at the back of their neck and their head sits nice and tight on there. And then, top tip, little trick. It's their first time in the trimming stand, put a cloth over their eyes and it'll just help calm them down, a bit like a horse, because they can't see what's going on. Good boy. So this ram lamb is lying down whilst the others are all on their feet. He just looks a bit delicate on his hooves, so I'm just going to have a little look at them and see if there's anything going on. Obviously with the ground being so wet and it's been so wet for so long, their feet can get a bit sore. So I'm just going to have a little look. His hoof appears to be okay. Whilst it is a little bit overgrown, it's nothing that's going to cause him any pain or anything like that. But what I will do is I'll just snip that bit off just to prevent any mud build up in there. but this hoof is absolutely fine. Doesn't smell, which might seem gross, but a smell is a great sign of an infection, so that hoof's absolutely fine. Let's just have a little look at his back hooves. Again, there's nothing really on this one that would indicate to me that there's any issue whatsoever. Steady boy. Obviously, they're not a fan of having their feet trimmed. It does not hurt them. It is a little bit like you and me having our nails cut. Now, normally, I won't trim a hoof unless there's an issue, but there's clearly something going on with him, so I'm just going to make sure that everything is okay. Let's just check his other back hoof while I'm here. Again, this is a little bit overgrown, but nothing really seriously wrong. This hoof is a bit hot, which could mean he's got a little bit of an infection, and it's a bit pink in there. Nothing too bad. He's not got really bad scald or anything like that, but it is a bit hot. Right, this is the hoof he's being really delicate on, so let's take a little look. He has got some growth here, and the hoof itself is hot, which indicates to me that there might be some infection going on in there. So I'm just going to trim this back just to have a little look about what's going on. But again, it's not overly grown. It is just really sore from the bad weather we've been having. So as you can see, there we go, it is a bit sore and there is a bit of an infection in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our trusty blue spray. We know this fixes all manner of things. This is an antiseptic spray, so we're just going to spray some in there for him. I'm just going to hold him and let that dry up a little bit, and we'll do his back hoof as well, that was a little bit sore. And because I am quite sure that there is a bit of an infection in there, just by the mannerism of him, he's sort of got his ears down a little bit and he's being really gentle on this hoof, and it is hot and it does smell a little bit. I am going to give him some antibiotics to help heal that hoof up. So what I do, this is a muscular injection, so I put it into the muscle here, put it in nice and steady. Job done.
If you like this video, like and subscribe.